Whoop. Okay, listing show. Here we go. A little behind. So it is Monday, and I'm going to do my listing show as normal. If you are watching the beginning of this, I have decided to just do these shows randomly instead of having them scheduled. And I might go into that a bit more. Basically, the reason that I want to do the show randomly is I find I'm listing less, and I think it might be because I'm saving stuff for the show, and if I have enough stuff for the show, I'm not doing a listing. Anyway, something's not quite right, but I'll still do the show. I'm just not going to do it scheduled. Hey, Ping. Hey, Shay. No bags were ripped today. So yeah. Anyways, I like I said, I find I'm listing a lot less, and obviously that's not good. So I'll be listing sometimes off the show, but I still want to do the show because I like the interaction and all that. It'll just be a little less structured. So as always, I just like showing my store. Sales have been okay. I need to move them up a little bit, and also I've purged a lot. So there's less value in my store, which of course is going to turn into less sales. So what are you going to do? List more. Hey Tommy, how can you list less when you only list during lives? I'm confused. Yes. Well, I will list not during the show or during the show or in between. Either way, there's a flaw. When I first started the show, I was listing more, I think, but then as time went, I seem to be listing less or making errors. So I just want to be a little more careful on that. Okay, so the first thing, I'm just going to get these ones out of the way. These are some pastels, not a big money maker, and they're all marked up and they're not perfect. Sometimes these pastels, I think when I bought this box, I bought it for other things that were in the box, so it's still worth listing. I'll start with that. But like I said, I still want to do the show. I like the interaction. It's just my backlog of stuff seems to be increasing. And sometimes I don't want to really be showing the same thing over and over and over and over again, too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. C41. Let's see here. Normally I don't go thrifting on Mondays. I went out today, though, just because why not? And yeah, I didn't really find much, so I might keep that rule. Sometimes it's good to have a day I don't go out to, just to kind of have time fully committed to doing the stuff at home. Otherwise, you just accumulate stuff. Just take a look at pictures because I can't quite remember. Right. Okay. Some thing and or broken. And box has where and being written. So it seems like they fixed the bug with the or before you do the custom template, and then it was like you couldn't even hit OK, which is very annoying. So when I think it's really important in anything you're doing is to accept if there's an issue, try to correct it, or just drop it. And I think Paul Philly Flipper has a good idea, which is basically he does the show when he can. I think that might work better for me too. We'll see. Might change my mind again. There we go. Well, I shipped 3 packages today for 4 sales. Been a long time since I had 3 packages. Yeah, my sales have picked up a little bit too. I have a whole bunch of stuff to go out. Nothing too painful. Some masks, I think. I think you might be watching it. It was like Chinese opera masks, and they sold. I think they sold for almost $100, something like that, or $80 or $90, something like that. Oh, speak of Paul, hey. Shay, Paul tried to steal your rip the bags things on Scotty's show last night. Do you end in a list ever? It's simply amazing what it does to an old item. Find errors, recomp. Yes, I should be doing that. I think obviously when you relist, it hits everyone's search emails again, and as long as it gives you a new inventory or ID number, I think it would definitely go back to the top of the search. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I haven't gotten to the habit of it. I need to add that to my structure, I think, especially since I'm not using the total amount of listings I can with my store, so it won't cost me anything to do that. So the answer is no, I don't. And like you said, you find errors too. Especially, it's amazing to me some of my really old listings how much crap is in there, or shipping like costs way too high and stuff like that. So I got a lot of catching up to do, to be honest, in my store. Hey, Stacia. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Jiminy. Jiminy also does live shows. I'm not sure if you want to or if you can, but you can add your link if you want, or someone else can. You say I had good ideas. Doesn't sound like me at all. Yeah, well, you're going from a scheduled listing show to whenever you feel like it is probably the best way to go. Oh, Shay, you're doing a live show? Are you doing a listing live? Okay, so let's do dinosaur. This guy's rubber. And this guy is, for those who don't know, if it has like a JP on the side, that means Jurassic Park. And some of these dinosaurs can be really good. So, I think I paid $6. I can't quite remember. Let's see if we can find them too. So rubber. Jurassic. Enough. How come there's like, oh, yeah, I can't spell. What can I say? Let's go used. This weekend, I actually went to a flea market and picked up some stuff there for reselling. It's an interesting concept because like the people at the market had good stuff and good prices, and someone just wanted to get rid of a board game that I know can get 80 to 100 for. Okay, so it's this guy here. So let's see if I can find him. And too bad he is not this guy. So I get this is probably a good example of like how valuable these things can be. If you find the right ones. There's a lot of Jurassic Park ones that have 0 value. So I want to make sure I get the right one. Yeah, okay, this is it. Pretty sure this is him. Yeah, this is him. Just gonna take a look at the tail because the tail's kind of funny. Not a really good picture of the tail though. Okay. I'm hoping. I'm going to say there might be a little bit off the tip of the tail. And I'm going to try for $34.99. Okay. I also had a bit of a funny story from the weekend where I was buying a camera, an old style video camera, the kind of go like this, from a garage sale, and they wanted $5, so I paid. I didn't bargain or anything. Gave them $5, and I go to my car, and then they chase after me, and the woman said, "Oh, my friend sold that way too cheap. They'll sell on eBay for $80, $100, and she wanted it back." And I said, "Well, how much do you want me to pay? How much do you want for it?" She said $50, so I gave it back to her. That's the first time I've had to give something back, though. It wasn't even that great a thing. Okay, so for the description, I'm just going to say the tip might be missing a bit. Otherwise, good used. There we go. It's good. Oh, and I wanted to check to see if this red crap here is on all of them or if that's a problem with mine. No, that's a problem with mine. Great. Also, otherwise, this is great. Wow, that took a long time. It's a new listing 48-hour bump. Just do the ones that say ending today. Each day, that's what I do. It's amazing how many errors I find. Borderline embarrassing. Yeah. If you can do that every day, yeah, you're good. I won't think of it, but that's definitely good advice. I tend to try and do things like once a month, but oh hey, how's it going? I've seen your show often, so I'm glad to see you here. I'll have to catch yours again sometime soon. You have lots of good stuff. 50 hours. Dinosaurs. Yeah, I have a few more dinosaurs to go to. Just in time for the next Jurassic Park. Yeah, Todd. Found out yesterday from some teenagers, pillow pets, other things to collect. Those are those marshmallow things, or whatever they're called. There's something else. Oh, now one. JP is usually better than JW. Oh, actually, I didn't even know there was two different ones. No, thank you, Shay. That's great advice. Yeah, me too. Takes literally 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, no, it's not the doing it, it's the thinking and remembering. So bad. So fixing my store, fixing old pics, doing scans. So far, I found one postcard not listed, and 2 that had duplicate listings. Oh, duplicate listings would be the worst. I'm terrified of doing that because the first one sells, and then what happened to the second one? Okay. So this guy going to the box. Okay. Next, I had tried to list this in the last show. I didn't have pictures of it, so it didn't work very well. So let's get done that. Hey, Chop Chop. Let's see. Do I have a draft for that? finish this. What is it? There it is. Might even have this all done. Yeah. Worst idea ever, to be able to type messages to the people behind you. But they sell. C41. Bada bing, bada boom. Next is a yak back. I picked this up from an estate sale. I so rarely find things at estate sales. They wanted $5 for it. It sells for fairly good money. And let's get it listed. Now it doesn't work great, which isn't that surprising considering it's been sitting there for a while. Actually, that's me testing. It works, so it's probably one of those things I should be doing one of those videos for. But I'm not going to. Right back. So that's slightly different. It's one of these anyways. Yeah, it's one of these. So I'm thinking 49 plus shipping. That'll be good enough for me. The nice thing too is with a new package, it's just quick. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of other stuff I want to clean up with my store too. Half my items are now under $20, so I really want to make sure that's okay. Like sometimes you don't really have a choice. Like especially if something really does better by itself. Okay. But I don't want to start buying junk more than I already am. Okay. So tested and works. Doesn't sound great. Might just need originally that way. I think the last one I sold kind of didn't sound great either. This is the sort of thing too you might find on the baggie wall at like thrift stores and things like that, because people might not know they have value. I love finding Tamagotchis too, but I haven't found one of those in a long time. You just need a checklist. Post it on the monitor, then something. Post it somewhere in the house to remind you to check checklist. Yeah, I know. I have a day timer, which I've been trying to get into the habit of actually looking at. I've been thinking a lot about structure too, because I'm being very upset about my lack of motivation, but somehow I'm motivated to get up every day and go to the thrift stores. So I think, and part of the problem I was having is the structure when I got home wasn't great. So I'd be tempted to eat lunch and then I'd be distracted and then I wouldn't do the second half of my work. And before I knew it was like 6, 7 o'clock. So yeah, structure is really important for me. Checklists help. I do have things like that. Daily reminders. It's just, so I'm sure you understand, and most people understand who have ADHD. It's a constant battle. After I've done with my listings every night, I end and relist the last 200 in my queue. You do it every day. It's hard to forget. Yes, habits and structures are good. 200. Yeah, I'm under like 900 listings now. So you should try doing like 20 a day, Paul. I'm really looking for errors and checks pricing. I use it to just bulk and relist, and yes, it helped. But fixing the problems has really made a huge difference. Yeah. Yeah. How do you find you're making errors? Like for me, usually it's spelling or it's in the wrong category or the shipping is completely off. Market changes so much in a short amount of time. Yeah, for me, I'm not really dealing with trends and like that. Like dealing with a lot of stuff, I don't think changes that much for trends. But if you need advice on buying junk, hit me up, Carl. Yeah. No, I try to not buy junk. I've been failing a little bit, but I found some good stuff. But it's stuff I need to test, right? Like some good cameras. Also, shipping. eBay has messed with stuff so much. I found loads of listings where the weights are gone and say I do not know the item deals or whatever, so international won't work. Yes. So I've had that issue actually in Canada, especially when I first started, because when I first started, I used all calculated shipping, and it lets you put in an invalid weight, but will still list it. And so the way I found to do that is especially what I really care about is the United States and Canada. So what I would do is you can change the zip code to a postal code or vice versa. And I've checked the number of listings I have using the zip code and then check the number of listings it shows with the postal code. Sometimes there'll be a different number and you can kind of tell, but also if you ship, you sort by shipping or something like that. It kind of, I think at the top it was showing me the screwed up ones. I need to actually do that myself again at some point because I haven't really done that for a while. But for a long time, it was a big issue for me. But yeah, it doesn't tell you. eBay will let you list things with errors in it, which is very frustrating. But that's something else you have to go through and look for. Okay, another dinosaur. This is a big boy. I got two of these. Paid $2 each for these guys, and they're in good condition. I did pick up one with a missing foot I didn't notice, which is kind of annoying. And this is from that Schlock Lock company I like. There we go. Already got it up. Let's see here. Sold and used. Okay. This one here, I'm pretty sure is worth listing just by itself. So I want to make sure I get the right one. I think this is it. Oh, that one looks really angry. This guy doesn't look that angry. Maybe it's this guy here. What's this guy here? I think he's in really good condition, so I'm gonna ask a bit more, $24.99. But I'm gonna keep my shipping kind of low, maybe slightly lower than it will be. This guy. Okay. Okay, whatever. I changed my mind. Slightly higher shipping. Still with $24.99. One of the funny things is when I went to the flea market or antique market on the weekend, they had up these signs with pictures of people who had done shoplifting just at one booth, and it's like, oh, it's kind of like it reminded me when eBay sellers get bitter about buyers, and then on the listings they have like 1,000 different things that you have to do as a buyer to meet your requirements as a seller. Those always crack me up. It's like people who are a problem aren't even going to read that, let alone people who are a problem are not going to be any better just because you wrote all that crap. But sure. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, that was slow. That was weird. But yeah, it had pictures of 3 different people and like other thieves and everything. Bitter sellers. The market was great though. I was really happy. Okay. I have another one, but I'm not going to list it right now. Who are these guys? Yes. I have to look out for these caveman smurfs. Assuming that's a normal sale. Okay, enough of that. I'll look at that in plastic though. I find lazy titles where I left keywords that are common sense and specifics. I sell similar off my own sold and put pictures in, but forgot to change the size. Endless mistakes. Yeah, I do. I really hope that buyers don't look too closely at some of those specifics because yeah, I do make mistakes in there too. Lazy titles, yeah, where I just didn't think of keywords, or I sold off someone else and they were missing a major keyword and I went too quickly. Actually, they'll let you just list drafts with no pictures. Unfortunately, I've done that a few times. Oh, really? I haven't done that yet. I've accidentally listed things with the stock photo, which I do not want to do. I had something listed on Primetime Treasure Hunters to Chingathon, and that is when I discovered I had priority shipping instead of first class parcel. Yeah. One thing I like is since I'm in Canada and I'm selling in the United States, I basically have it's coming from an international country. So I pick the shipping I want. And then the shipping time frames are quite long. So everything arrives quicker than they think. Now, which is going to be costing me some sales because maybe if people want it quickly, they're not going to order from me. So it's not a win-win thing, but I prefer people not freaking out about stuff arriving, especially from Canada with all the stuff that can happen. If you go under create listing, won't let you list without a pic. Okay. Maybe it's just me though, and everyone else has better focus and doesn't make these mistakes. I'm just projecting. It is everyone. Yeah, I always do that too. It's like everyone else is perfect and I screw up all the time. Yeah, and if they make a mistake, I go, don't worry about it. But if I make a mistake, I feel horrible. I find if an item isn't selling, I usually made a mistake somewhere in the listing, or worse, multiple errors. Live and learn. Yeah, hey, we're always going to make mistakes, especially as we're trying to get the stuff in and out. You can spend too much time in listings too. Yes, it won't let you list with certain errors, but if an error happens after listing, it stays listed. Like 2 or 3 years ago, most pictures fell off eBay. There are people with thousands of no page. I remember that. That was before I was selling on eBay, just before. I was like, I couldn't imagine how many sellers they lost that were like, screw this, we're going somewhere else. And they didn't have a backup. Like, you know, I'm not the best programmer, but even I know you gotta be careful with that stuff. Okay. Picked up these tapes. If they were metal cassette tapes, I'd be retiring, but they're not. I knew that when I bought it. There's 3 of them here, so I must have figured it was worth my time to list them by themselves. In case anyone has joined, I decided just to do the show whenever I feel like it rather than having a schedule. Because I think it was affecting the frequency of my listing in a negative way. So, there we go. Oh, 3. How convenient is that? Okay, $19.99. Some tarot cards sold. I love tarot cards. Okay. Nice thing about cassettes too, or tapes, is they're really quick to list. Since you had to put something in the description, I almost have this combined thing here just to fill up the space. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. You know what I always do? Manga. I love them. So easy. Sometimes it can be frustrating to find one that's good. Like I spent a few days going through scanning them a whole bunch. Didn't find any, but that's the way it is. Okay. Flowers. These. And all. Obviously, I thought it was worth it. I swear, half the time I come in here and check the anime when I get home like this, it's a very different price. Or maybe I took a chance on this one. Let's just check Turret Peak. Yeah, not much. All right, $14.99 it is. I also have to go through a lot of my inventory and pull stuff I've removed from my store and I didn't bother taking out of the bins. I have it all saved, and not just on eBay, because eBay will eventually dump that. But it doesn't feel very productive spending time removing old listings, though. But if I don't do it, they're going to sit there forever. overall good condition. Left corner bumps. Other signs of use. Give me more templates. Save this. I don't know why they don't. Bing. Oh, perfect. I'm going to do this next. This is, I'm not going to take it out of the bag. Who cares? This is Viewmaster. To your boot. I have actually made quite a bit of money off Viewmaster. The vintage stuff, especially. If you can find some of that, they can be worth, like, if they're in good condition, $40 or $50 just for one. Well, it's a set of 3, but one, themed Viewmaster. Okay. Viewmaster. This is not going to be a huge money maker. I think this one's $15, but it's only a couple of bucks. So I can find it quick. Quick, I said. Okay, fine. Is there a number on here? I'll probably use the, when I was out in the wild, I'll probably use the UPC code. Vision Passa. Of course, now I can't even find it. Okay, screw it. This can wait. Since I sold some tarot cards, I'm going to list some tarot cards. They're checked to complete. Use the cards. There's actually 8 in here. 2 of them are just extra cards they put in there, not describing the deck, but it is complete. And they are vintage. I think they were $5 or $7 or something. Yikes. Okay. Someone got a lot of money. I don't know why. By original owner. I'm not the original owner. Let's just see what other people are asking for these. A lot. Okay. I'm thinking 119 right now. Don't come across vintage too often, but when you do, it's nice. Oh, first edition. There's first editions. How can you tell it's the first? Oh, this is not that. Okay. That's this one here. Okay, 119. Let's go with 119. Ooh, what the hell is that? Yep. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to figure out if I should be adding my Monday thrifting back in. My theory was that since Friday sucked, I'd add Monday back in, and my theory was that if people are having garage sales here again, maybe they're dumping all their stuff at thrift stores, and then Monday it will all come out. I think I'm just trying to find for sale. Trying to find chaos in the or order in the chaos. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Going to answer a question. Someone asked they want to buy another deck, so I'm just going to answer them. So while you're all waiting, I'm going to actually answer this person. Just deck, and I will refund the extra shipping. Oh. I wanted to answer them right away too, just because they're probably waiting on that. Okay, there, boom. Best thing about tarot decks too is even though on New Agey, to me they're just cards, but for other people they're scared of them. So, or not scared of them, they just don't want to touch tarot card decks for whatever reason, and so slightly less competition for them, which I encourage. Okay, some Skylanders, some trophies. There is one really good trophy out there. This is not them. But we'll get these listed. This is with the minimum kind of amount I want to ask too. Yep. Actually, there it is. So if you see this guy winking at you, he's telling you to pick him up. Okay. Skylander trophies. Actually did write down the types. Chaos, Sky, Sea. Okay. Hopefully everything's close by. More tapes. Now for for audio tapes, I've become a lot more more fussy on them. They're definitely working because there's audio tapes out there worth like $50 each or even more. These are for camcorders, and I must have determined it was worth picking up. I keep talking about it, but I really want to diversify, I mean, because I'm definitely stuck around. See, and then let's do recents. So I got 4 of these guys. That's good enough. Just go with $19. Oh yeah, one peeling slightly. New one has some peeling. Still sealed. So next time I'm gonna do a nightmare game, which is way up there. I'm not gonna bother going to get it. I have another listing for the nightmare that I'm gonna use. And what I do is when I have duplicates, I do have a special number I add to them just so I don't do send out the wrong one, which I physically attach to the box. I have a lot of grunt work I need to do with these things. In other words, like I have a bunch of them all ready to go, and I just need to take pictures of each one. I have no excuse because I know what's exactly that's supposed to be in the box. It's just doing it. And I have a little number 2 stuck to the outside, and I put that one in my custom SKU, so I know which one I'm picking. And done. I wish taking the pictures and checking all the parts was that quick. Oh, I didn't show it. Oh well, you're just gotta trust me. Hey, David. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so next, let's do one of my, I think, mistakes, which is some books. I'll start with this one, Lord of the Rings, Fallen Realms, rule books. This one's actually in slightly better condition. Shows you how to paint the miniatures. And if people don't know, often miniatures, little metal figures can have lots of value depending if they're on where they're from, of course. But like Warhammer and stuff like that, 40K. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. Lord Rings, Fallen Realms. Hopefully that'll get me close enough. Probably should have left this behind. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. I was thinking I hadn't found anything for a while. That's what I was thinking. Oh, this one was sold for okay money. $19. I have some nice like hard envelopes I use to ship stuff like this, like Dungeons and Dragon modules too. I think this can even go media mail too. Okay, so condition. This one's an okay condition. We'll have corner bumps. I'm gonna have to definitely add this as one of my things. Other signs of use. I paid $6 for this. Obviously, I'm not making a ton of money off of it, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. Let's see if I can find the right one. Yeah, I like the books are cool. Like if I didn't grow up into that stuff, but these Warhammer books, I got a bunch of them. I left a whole bunch behind too. I wouldn't say they're definitely a must pick up. You have to check them, but thankfully with the UPC code, it's fairly easy to check them. Okay, next. What are we going to do next? I guess I should just do another book because I'm not sure what else I have. I'm gonna have to check. I've only got 5 minutes left anyway, so I'll check once I start listing this one. Let's see, Warhammer. What else? We're already in sold. This is the book. This is it. Okay, I'll try for $19.99. I'll be happy to get it. So this is not in great condition. This. Make sure there's nothing loose in here. But yeah, it's not in great condition. Has lots of signs of use, small tears in the cover, and lots of bumps. Lots of corner bumps. I think that's fair. I check the pictures. I can see if I have anything I haven't listed that I want to list or feel like listing. The answer is no. So just keep doing books. Where's the wood else? Right. Generally, I think books have great potential if you're willing to put the time in. because it's definitely one of those categories where a lot of people just won't touch it because there's so much that has no value. I know there's like people out there with the UPC scanners and they're just like ding, 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 but I still find stuff. So I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure why I keep finding stuff, because you would think that they would just get it all, but sell similar. Actually, no, I'm not going to sell similar because I don't want the wrong attributes set to it. Hey, Cameron, just flipped a Warhammer book in like 3 days from the bins, 20 times my investment. Great. Yeah, we don't have the bins here, but we do have Amazon returns. I want to check that out, but I keep talking about it and never doing it. Oh, I'm glad you had a good day. Okay, next. This is another one. Just gonna double check. And another one. Beastmen. Yeah, thanks for everyone who coming and watching the show. Like I said, I'm just going to do them randomly now, simply because I think it was affecting the amount I'm listing. So I do enjoy them, so I'm going to keep doing it. It's just I want to make sure that I don't feel I have to list during the show, and then I'm missing out on listing stuff. Okay, these are all in the UK, so I don't want to list any of these and open the UK site. Where's US? US. Right. Oh wow, someone got good money. Why did they get so much money? Okay, it's not bad. This one's poor. It has a good corner rip in it. I wouldn't say poor, it's just not great. I'll ask a bit more. Let's do extra couple bucks. Eastman, where are you? I don't always show inside of books. If they're pretty well perfect, I don't bother, but in this case, there's some staining I find from ink from the original printing. So like this out of print. I don't want that. You keep the soft cover though. I would say this is actually not too bad, but okay. Oops. Okay, use condition. That's lots of signs of use, including corner bumps and more tears. Bada bing. That's it. Awesome. So anyways, thank you everyone for coming in. I do appreciate it. I hope your week is good. Like I said, I will be doing more shows. Just I'm not sure when. Maybe even a little later, after supper kind of thing, because I'm not sure how many people are around at this time. But who knows? We'll see. Anyways, thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Have a good night. Bye. Bum, bum, bum.